You know what? In all of our podcasts, Uncle Greg, we never had to do a take two. Or maybe we have, haven't we?
We have, because you know why? Because you forgot to record.
That's usually half the problems, Greg. We're with Greg Allen here from B3C Solutions. They have an oil-locked product, guys, that we want to hop right into. So, Greg, this is pretty impressive. We got the email from him, guys, and we all make messes when we're changing oil. But they have a product that apparently turns an oil spill from a slimy mess into a solid. And I said before, sounds like sorcery, right? For those who haven't seen it, how does oil lock, how does it actually work that can turn spilled oil into a pick-upable solid and make our lives easier?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not sorcery. It's chemistry. Okay.
Chemistry, yeah.
So we call it the easy oil change drain box. So we have a polymer in there that literally converts oil into like a plastic.
Sure.
So when it gets into the polymer, it will not leach out. And we've got various testing we've done, federal leachate testing, they call it, aquatic bioassay testing, which is a California testing. So, you know, if you pass California testing, you're probably passing everything. But you know, it's like an instant conversion, and once it does it, it's won't leach out. It's a rubber or plastic, and you can throw it away. So that's the magic of the oil lock easy oil change box.
Man.
So the other thing, and I'm going to bring this up too, because we also have a polymer-based product called Spill Absorber Max. And that's on the other side of our booth.
Sure.
Booth 10042 for anyone who's listening. Spill Absorber Max now takes it further. So where the drain box is more doing the oil, for oil changes, Spill Absorber does everything, right? So it's doing oil-based, it's doing water-based. And again, it's an instant conversion. You know, a lot of people, the other products they're using, they might be using kitty litter, cellulose, clay.
Yeah.
All those things are kind of a 1-to-1 ratio. The product absorbs about as much as its weight. Our product absorbs more than 17 times its weight, let's say.
Oh, really?
So I got a 1.1 pound bucket over here.
Yeah.
That absorbs as much as a 50-pound bag of clay. So you got to think,
Whoa.
you know, anyone can pick up that little bucket.
Yeah.
You know, any grandmother can pick that up and carry it and store it almost anywhere. And those big bags are just difficult. But with that, you know, it does that conversion. It turns it into rubber or plastic. So you could throw it away. So you save in space, weight, and the other products just make a big hazardous mess that you can't really dispose of.
Yeah.
So
there would be a different, you're talking about like the kitty litter or any of that stuff.
Yeah, 'cause that was
still have to dispose of it.
Because that was like the segue for the second question. So how does it compare to those old school cleanup methods like kitty litter or a stack of oil pads? Is the end of using clay, cat litter, sawdust, or shop rags, you know, to soak up like oil spill? Like, what's the?
I mean,
how's it compare?
It could be the end of it if you're, you know,
Yeah.
if you're choosing a smart product, right? Because if clay does one amount, mine will do 50 times that amount.
Wow.
You know, and it's very light and it's disposable. And it's instant. You know, with these other products, a thing I didn't mention, you have to do a lot of mechanical mixing, right? So you have to work it in, and then there you go. You have your giant hazardous mess.
Yeah.
Ours, it pretty much is instant. It converts it to that rubber plastic, and it's small, and then you can throw it away.
Okay.
So,
wow.
You know, we just say we end the nightmare of oil changes or spills. And I got some nice videos over here, and if you want to watch those. But I'm going to be doing some demos. You know, anyone can come by our booth, and we'll actually show it to you.
Yeah.
So
that's hands-on.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and going back to something that you said, though, is people, you know, they pour the kitty litter or whatever down, and they mix it up. How many people actually sit there and I've never mixed the stuff up after I put on an oil spill. I just pour it on there and walk away and wait like 3 days and eventually go back and pick it up. So, but well, if you don't want to wait 3 days, you would mechanically mix it. Yeah.
But with ours, you don't even have to do that.
Right.
It's pretty much instant.
So when you're doing that, then it's when it's pooled, for lack of a better word. So you got the water, you got the oil down there. It's pooled up. You drop it on there. You spilled a quart. because that could be a spilled
Right.
quart. How much if you spill a quart, how much do you have to put down? Just ballpark on something like that.
Right.
And this is granular or is
It's powderish.
powder? Okay.
Sheesh.
The exact amount, I don't know, but basically, and I actually could do it over there for you. You just sprinkle some until you see the white powder kind of on top, right?
Oh, okay.
So it just doesn't take that much. you know.
Okay.
So once it's kind of pooled on top and you see that white powder, that's enough for it to get up that spill.
Okay.
So
Wow.
much less than equal to its weight,
Yeah.
So
So changing the oil on my mower, I spill here. I don't know if I can ask you if I spill the oil, because you've done it too, where you get oil all over your mower.
right,
Can I put that on the mower area or no?
you can. So now I'm going to switch you to the easy oil change disposable drain box, because that's an oil polymer. And literally, I've got a video here at my booth
Okay.
where I've changed the oil on my lawnmower.
Yeah.
So really, you just open the box, open the bag, put it under the drain area, and remove it and let it drain in there. Shake the bag; it's almost instant. But I spilt some oil when I did it.
Yeah.
All I did was reach into the drain box, grab a little polymer, sprinkle it on the oil on the ground. Instant, it's converted. Right.
Nice.
Sheesh.
I just
Right.
scoop it up and put it back in the little drain box. You close
Okay.
the bag and throw it away.
We talk about it being this simple. What about the classic like degreaser and scrub approach here? So like a lot of mechanics, the hose down in oil stain with degreaser and a bunch of valve grease. So how does using oil lock differ from that routine? I mean, we've talked about that, but does it pretty much eliminates the need to wash oil away from stuff, right? It's that
Yeah, I
that
mean,
innovative.
pretty much. It'll grab it. So once you sprinkle it on top, it's grabbing it, it's converting it. Now, if you're in a driveway, it's not going to be like, oh, it didn't leave a stain behind per se.
It'll pick it up though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. But concrete's like a sponge. It's porous, right? So if it gets in the pores. But hey, we're coming up with something there too. So
Okay.
stay tuned on that.
Man.
For stuff that's been spilled in, that's already set.
Yes. Yep. We've
I could
got
put
our
my whole
prototype.
garage in that.
Oh,
There
yeah.
you go. We're talking about my garage and my neighbor's now garage. Greg, I've been making a mess with the hydro oil spills and the
Yeah.
Yeah.
more oil spills. Even with I have these like elevator drip pads that can be able to
Right.
pick up oil, but
Yep.
this sounds like it does way better than that. So okay, here we go. Get a little technical here. You mentioned that oil lock beats the it's landfill safe and non-leaching. So what
Correct.
does it really mean in practice? If I clean up a spill with oil lock, how is disposing of that solidified oil waste different from tossing out traditional oil-soaked absorbents? So what's the difference there?
Well, at a high level, let's put it this way, and we do say, hey, you do need to check with your local regulations and things like. You always have to do that, because we don't know what someone's pulling up with the absorbent, things like that. So we have to say that you have to check. But let's think about it, and we've done some analysis on it. If you're truly disposing properly, you tend to have to put it in a drum, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
So if it is hazardous, you would put it in a drum. We've run some figures, kind of on an average type basis. It might cost about $400 a drum to dispose of a spill that you've done in a traditional way.
Sure.
So our product would eliminate that cost.
Okay.
So that's a big difference,
Yeah.
right?
Uncle Greg, that's huge, isn't it?
That's huge. Shops. Do you have a lot of auto shops and facilities that are using this in their facility, or is this more of the guys that are?
We're launching it here. So the easy oil change drain box is launching today at this show. Again, booth 10042.
Oh yeah, no.
Come by, check it out.
Pitch that. That's
We pour oil.
do.
We'll pour oil in the box, and you can just stick your hand in it almost instantly and just feel it.
You can
Wow.
see the
Hey,
difference.
Uncle Greg, you can do that. You can put
So-
your hand in the drain box.
But I think this red thing over here is that what happens to the
Okay.
oil?
No,
No.
that red blob you're seeing
Okay.
would apply to Spill Absorber Max. That is diesel fuel.
interesting.
So that
There you go.
diesel fuel
Diesel
turned into a big rubber
Okay.
puck.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can feel it. You can smell it. It's diesel fuel. So the drain box material would work on that, right?
Okay.
So you got to think the polymer it's got many uses.
Sure.
The drain box we designed to be an easy way to change oil.
So touch on this again, Greg. How safe is it to dump the used stuff in a landfill then? Oil lock.
Well, it is safe.
Yeah.
It doesn't leach out.
That's huge.
What we do have the testing. We have several different test methods: federal leachate testing, EPA testing, the aquatic bioassay. It's called. And there's another test. It's a paint filter test, they call it. It's not about absorbing paint. It's about what's left over in the filter kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we will have all those tests available for the public on our website.
Oh, it's safe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So very safe. Is there anything you can't use now? I'm thinking antifreeze.
Spill Absorber Max would be the one you would use on the antifreeze.
Okay. Yeah, because occasionally people.
So if it says oil lock and the easy oil change box, that works on hydrocarbons.
Okay.
So hydrocarbons would be like fuel and oil.
Wow.
Okay.
Benzene, jet fuel, all those things.
Okay.
So hydrocarbons on that, and then we added something extra here in the Spill Absorber Max to do the water-based stains.
Okay.
So now you're talking about antifreeze, pet stains, you name it.
Okay. Paint? What about, and then...
Oh, latex paint.
Latex paint?
Latex paint.
And pick up anything, Greg, right?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
You ever spilled paint? That's a pretty bad.
Well, I'm even thinking of old paint. They say if you got old paint, you can't do anything with it. You put kitty litter, because you can't just throw a pan out. It's got to be dried. So...
Well, this would do a better job than kitty litter.
Yeah.
So, and you don't need near as much.
Let's lighten this up a bit.
Nice.
We know that spills aren't fun, but do you have any memorable, surprising spill cleanup stories with oil lock? Like maybe a time at a demo or on a job when someone knocked over a drum of oil and your product saved the day? We love the good stories like that to break up the
some pop on your laptop or something.
You got anything good with it?
I think it's some amazing story other than what I did when I was changing my own lawnmower, right?
Yeah.
I had a tarp down. No, I'm sorry. Actually, I was changing the oil in my truck. So I did a couple of oil changes. I did lawnmower.
Mm-hmm.
The first one I did was my truck, right?
Oh,
and that's the picture of this big banner over here. That's me under my truck.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And that's one of the bigger boxes, right?
Yeah.
But yes, it's the first oil change I did on my own truck because, I used to do it when I was younger.
Yeah.
Now I just let the oil change.
The first oil change I did on my truck was actually 2 months ago. My buddy walked me through it. I have a Dodge Ram, but this stuff, we had a big tub to collect it, but we still made a little bit of mess there in the driveway. I'm like, I'm sick of it.
Because, like I said, when I was younger, I always did my own oil changes, but, you get older, you let the shop do it, right? Mm-hmm. But for this video I was making for our new absorber box, right? The easy oil change, I had to use it, right? So I did an oil change on my Ford F-150. First time of doing it. So there were a couple places where when you put the plug off, you take
stuff goes everywhere.
I took the filter off. There were two places it drained, right? There was one where the filter was. There was one a little bit back. I'm like, oh, wow, look at all that oil spilling out.
Oh, yeah.
And it was on a tarp. So, lucky me, all I had to do was just scoop some out of the box.
Yeah.
And I had already did the main draining, but it was already dry, right? And it's reusable. So as long as you got a little white in there of the powder, it's reusable. So I just sprinkled it on the tarp. Boom, it's gone. It's that simple. So
and it cleans up the tarp, oil residue.
It was like
gone.
Yeah, there's like nothing there.
So back to the practical uses.
I just sweeped it off.
Uncle Greg, say he's out there. He's a pro. He's out there in the field. He is the lawn and landscape pro, but his mower or his chainsaw decides to cop up oil or gas on the customer's driveway.
Yes.
So how does oil lock? How would I use oil lock on the spot in a situation like that? Like walk us through. It's pretty, just throw it down.
Yeah, that's it.
Right?
Grab some, sprinkle it out.
Mm-hmm. There you go, Greg.
But hey, let me segue a little here.
Sure.
We make a biodegradable bar and chain lubricant. Okay.
Okay.
It outperforms petroleum.
Okay.
It beats on wear. It beats on friction. It beats on how it handles heat. We make it for a lot of OEMs, so a lot of names are on our product, and it's right over there. But the segue is you spill that on a driveway.
Yep.
You spray it off. It's water cleanup.
Nice.
Wash your clothes, wash off the driveway. That is it.
I wish I had this because I had.
Oh man, that looks great.
We may. I'll have to check. I don't know how much we have, but I don't know if you drove or.
Greg's a great product placement. You guys watching? He's the great product placement on that. He's posing.
So we make a lot of different biodegradable lubricants. So there's a segue.
Yeah.
So we engineer it to outperform its counterparts, but it has all the good features of being green, being cleanable, things like that. So
well, what happened to me was I had chainsaw lubricant. I bought different brand, and used it a little bit and put it up on the shelf. Didn't need my chainsaw for about another year.
Yep.
I go outside, and how that stuff just compressed. A can of sometimes compress.
Right.
Didn't happen on the last one, but this one did. I had chainsaw oil everywhere.
Yeah,
because it squeezed.
Come on, Greg.
It squeezed out of the bottle.
Well, if you had my product, you would have a better performing product that you could have sprayed off the.
I've got a huge stain.
Off the paper.
So when you talked about your product that's coming out for existing for the stuff that's seeped in, and we perked up a little bit.
And that's why B3C fuel solution. That's a misnomer. It's not all about fuel. We started calling ourselves B3C Solutions because we've developed so many different things that help, homeowners, professionals, landscapers, you name it. I didn't mention our core products that
it's a core product. You have the mechanic in a bottle, right?
Yeah, mechanic in the bottles.
That's you guys.
That
I
is
did not realize that.
Yeah, really.
It's right there.
I never even thought.
So that's
I was looking at the fuel stabilizer, and I thought they were two the same.
So mechanic in a bottle is a fix, if you will. It's the best fuel system cleaner out there. It's the only one that water separates out of fuel at 0.5%. Okay, so that ends up on the bottom of your tank. That's what you're pulling up in your engine.
Okay.
Mechanic in a bottle reverses that phase separation, so it'll actually. And I have test swabs that find water. Right.
Oh wow.
I could find water. I could treat it with mechanic in a bottle. Go back and retest, and the swab turns blue if it finds water. It won't turn blue if you treat it with mechanic in a bottle. I've got videos of me versus my competition. So it cleans better. It's a better stabilizer, anti-corrosion, and it's the only one that reverses phase separated water.
So you could put that in at the end of the season when we I'll fill up my tank.
Right.
And I've put in like a stabilizer or a. I could put that in the tank.
You can. So mechanic in a bottle is a gas and diesel formula, and it does stabilize fuel.
Okay.
But our ethanol shield fuel stabilizer is the one we really made for stabilizing. So at the end of season, you want to put ethanol shield in, run it through, and you're safe.
Just start it up, let it run for a couple of minutes, and then
let it work through the system. It'll keep that water from separating, keep the fuel from gumming up, things like that.
All right.
It's a lot of stuff here, Greg, right?
Yeah, and
we got all kind of good stuff.
The mulch stay stuff is pretty big now as well.
Yep, and that's kind of
That's neat. It's like mulch glue almost.
Yeah,
right?
it is mulch glue. Literally, it is mulch glue. And so what that does is it does a lot of things, right? So you put down mulch, you put down straw, even sand and roads that like to erode away. I kind of analogy of hairspray almost. You put this.
There you go, Greg.
You put this into your.
Needed that.
Put it into your tank sprayer. You spray it on. It goes on white, but it dries clear. And once it's on, it holds the mulch. Holds stone together. Water still goes through. That's why. That's why I said like hairspray, right? Water's still going to get on someone's head, but it's going to hold that stuff in place. Whether it's straw or mulch. And you can actually make roads out of it. We've got a sample over here of sand, and we hardened it, right? But it's a UV protectant. It stabilizes. It helps the colors from fading.
So, that's great. What about the dog vomit? You know what I mean? That dog vomit fungus or mold? That when you put your mulch down, and if it's too moist, you'll start to get that. It looks like dog vomit. Okay.
I'm going to say we have not had a specific experience with the dog vomit thing.
Yeah.
But
I forget what the fungus is called. I'm
just thinking in my mind here. When the mulch glue goes on, it kind of seals that mulch and protects it, right?
Okay.
So although water will go through it, it helps stop that water from absorbing in, right? So I would have to say it would help
Should
with
be.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because
It looks like, because I've done it a couple of times. I put mulch down. A month later, clients call me and say, "What the heck is wrong with my mulch?" And I go over there, and it looks like dog vomit. And I said, "Yeah, it's dog vomit mold."
I'm going to use my context cues and say I would think that's going to help.
Yeah.
Reduce that due to what it does with the water.
Yeah. That's
okay.
So help
Greg,
stop erosion.
we got 4 rapid fire questions here. Not rapid fire. It might be hard to do this.
Bring
though.
it.
Yeah.
Bring them on.
Explain what you mean by when oil lock is hydrophobic.
Oil lock is hydrophobic, as in it does not absorb water.
There you go.
Okay?
That's a big deal.
I have a video. So, yeah, and that's a good difference between the oil lock, and we've got oil lock as a product in a bag, but we are showing you the easy oil change box today. So that one does the hydrocarbons, right? So you can put oil lock on water, right? So you got diesel oil spill in water.
Yeah.
You're going to use the oil lock version, right? Because it won't absorb water. All right. So I got a video of absorbing diesel fuel in water. We sprinkle the oil lock. I have what's called a hydrocarbon test strip. It'll turn dark if it finds hydrocarbon.
Huh.
So when it's just the diesel fuel, we'll do the test strip. And I got all this on video. It's on my YouTube. That strip turns dark. I sprinkle on the oil lock. I roll up the diesel like in a sheet, and then I dip a strip in, and it doesn't turn dark because the hydrocarbon is gone.
Wow.
Okay? That's the difference between Spill Absorber Max, because we made that one to get the water-based stains, right? So that is not hydrophobic. It would be hydrophilic, right? So
Yeah, I know that word.
that means it attracts the water.
Yeah.
It doesn't oppose the water like the other one.
All right.
So we got oil lock. It can absorb up to 11 times its own weight, and with in crude oil or diesel, which that's wild. So really, on a cost and convenience side, how has this been cost affected to the guys out here in the industry?
Yeah. Now 11 times that's one of the numbers, right? There's different numbers based on what it's absorbing. So it could be 9 times its weight, 11 times its weight, 17 times, as much as a 50-pound bag. So depending on what you're absorbing and what you're comparing it to, it's a lot more than the other guys, right?
Yeah.
From a cost standpoint, we've kind of run some numbers and looked at it from a basic retail standpoint. If you're doing comparisons on what it does, it's kind of equal to or maybe even a better retail price.
Oh, sure.
Then you got to load in other factors like hazardous disposal. As I mentioned, with the drum, it'll probably cost you around $400 to dispose of a hazardous disposal, right? We don't have that cost.
Man.
Now there's savings in space, but there's savings in weight, right?
Yeah.
So if you're dragging around a bunch of 50-pound bags versus a lot less 1.1 pound buckets, if you will, you're going to save on wear and tear of your vehicles, your tires, fuel, right? It costs more to pull heavy things.
Yeah.
Oh, big time.
So if you add it all up, you're way better off trying our product.
Okay.
And the final question here, we got to ask again, what makes oil lock one of a kind among the cleanup products out there, all the other ones? What makes you guys stand out?
One of a kind. I'm going to have
unique.
I'm going to, I don't know how you say, parlay that into.
Oh, parlay, Greg. There we go.
I'm parlaying into our inventor, Brian Bosey over there. He's I don't know what you call it, like chemical prodigy, mad scientist.
Walter Whitey's the chemist.
I mean, sometimes I've compared him to. He's not like this, but that show, The Good Doctor. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he starts seeing like these holograms, right? It's the human body. He puts it just. That's Brian, but it's the chemicals, right?
Yeah.
He sees things that others don't. I mean, he's done things that engineers at big companies said, you can't do that.
He did it.
And he goes and does it, you know?
Yeah.
So that's all I can say about the chemistry of it.
He conceptualizes well and then puts it into practice.
He just, chemistry is his thing. One time he said, hey, if your hobby is reading a book, mine is looking at chemicals.
So that's a great way to kind of end and pick up the oil mess we made here with this podcast, Greg, didn't we?
No, we didn't make a mess.
No, we made a big mess of the questions, but Greg, we
started out a mess.
appreciate it though. This has been a great experience.
We put some oil lock on it.
You guys got, the chemistry behind it.
Put some oil lock on that first couple seconds.
Appreciate it, and we hope that we got a lot of. I like how he cuts in front of the camera, and we're not done yet.
Hey.
Anyways, we're not done, but hope you guys
Uncle
enjoyed
Kenny
that.
in the show, right?
Cousin Kenny wanted to get in the show.
Cousin Kenny.
Thanks, Greg.